Think back to the day you got your CDL. You saw the open road, the heavy steel, and the promise of a six-figure income that most office workers only dream of. You were told that if you just kept your door closed and your left lane open, you'd find freedom. But here's the reality they didn't put in the brochure. $150,000 in gross revenue is a mirage if you're spending $140,000 in time, health, and mechanical overhead to get it. You've likely realized by now that the trucking industry isn't built to make you wealthy, it's built to keep you moving. The moment you pull over to sleep, your income stops. The moment you take a week off to see your kids, your business goes into the red. You aren't an owner-operator. You're a high-performance battery being drained by a logistics machine. But it doesn't have to stay this way. Today, we are moving past the hustle harder lies. I'm going to show you the 24-month exit plan. This is the exact structural blueprint to move from being the person behind the wheel to the person who owns the wheel. We are going to break down the three pillars of structural leverage: the audit, the asset, and the automation. If you are tired of counting miles and ready to start counting assets, stay focused. This is the end of the road as you know it. Phase 1 of your exit begins with the capital audit. Most drivers are focused on gross pay, that big number on the settlement sheet. But wealth is built on net retention. You can make $1 million a year, but if you spend $1,000,001, you are broke. In these first 6 months, we are hunting for the invisible leaks. The biggest leak is usually Uncle Sam. Most drivers are structured as sole proprietors, meaning they are paying the full 15.3% self-employment tax on every dollar they earn. By simply restructuring as an S-Corp, once you hit a certain profit threshold, you can save between $5,000 and $12,000 a year in taxes alone. That is a free trailer payment sitting in your tax return. The second leak is lifestyle creep. When you're tired and lonely on the road, it's easy to spend $50 a day on premium fuel stop food and gadgets. That's $1,500 a month. Over 24 months, that's $36,000, the down payment on a second truck. In phase 1, your goal is to shrink the cab. You must operate with the discipline of a CFO. You need to live on 30% of your net income and move the rest into a freedom fund. This fund is not for emergencies. Your maintenance escrow handles those. This fund is ammunition. You are stockpiling liquid cash to buy your way out of the driver's seat. If you cannot manage the P&L of one truck with surgical precision, you will never manage a fleet. Use this time to master your math. Now we move into the leverage phase. Between months 7 and 18, you will face the biggest temptation of your career: buying a second truck. Your friends will tell you to get another rig and hire a driver. Do not listen to them. A second truck is a high-risk, high-maintenance asset. If the engine blows, your entire expansion plan dies. Instead, we pivot to passive logistics assets. Specifically, specialized trailers, flatbeds, reefers, or step decks. The math here is beautiful. A trailer has no engine, no transmission, and significantly lower insurance costs. You can purchase a high-quality used trailer and lease it back to a carrier or a power-only owner-operator. They do the hauling, you collect the box rent. By month 18, your goal is to have 2 trailers in the field generating passive revenue. This revenue should be enough to cover your primary truck's note. This is the break-even point. This is the moment your survival is decoupled from your 11-hour clock. Even if you get sick, even if you want to stay home for a month, the trailers keep earning. You are no longer just a driver, you are now an equipment lessor. You are starting to own the infrastructure of the industry instead of just being the labor. The final phase is the operator shift. You now have the liquid cash from phase 1, and the passive cash flow from Phase 2. Now, and only now, do you put a driver in your primary truck. But you don't just hire a steering wheel holder. You find a partner operator. You provide the truck, the optimized tax structure, and the fuel discounts. They provide the professional labor. You split the profit. Yes, your margin per load will drop, but your time wealth scales to infinity. At month 24, you aren't waking up to a pre-trip inspection. You're waking up to a TMS report on your laptop. You are home. You are present. You are checking your fleet's GPS from your kitchen table while you have breakfast with your family. This isn't a dream, it's an engineering problem. You have successfully moved from an active participant in the logistics machine to the architect of your own system. You have reached the point where there are no miles left to drive. The roadmap is right here in front of you, but I know that the road is full of traps, bad contracts, predatory leases, and tax penalties that can reset your progress to zero. Because I want to see you off the road, I am currently building the Logistics Leverage Vault. It's a complete business in a box that includes the Tax-Shield Spreadsheet, the Asset Acquisition Calculator, and the exact contracts you need to protect your equipment. It's currently in beta, but you can join the priority waitlist using the link in the description to secure a 50% discount when we launch. Stop counting miles, start counting assets. Subscribe to this channel to stay focused on the exit. I'll see you in the next one.